MotoVagabondNate with another Ibex 450 how-to, upper and lower engine guards and off-road skid plate. It's MotoVagabondNate back with another how-to on our 2025 CFMoto Ibex 450. Next accessories we're going to be putting on are the lower and upper protection as well as the sump guard that is from the CFMoto crafted factory OEM accessories catalog. Let's go ahead and get started slapping these bad boys on. We'll get started by seeing the contents of this box. One silver lower crash bar, two silver lower crash bar, spacers, bolts, laminated instructions, nice. Now we'll see what we have in the upper protection. One bar, two bars in silver, more laminated instructions, one bag of bolts, one bag of spacers, and one additional bracket that must be for up under the front of the motorcycle. And finally, the sump guard. A lot more hardware with our instructions. Look at that big, lovely beast right there. We're going to start by installing the aluminum sump guard. First, we're going to have to take off the factory sump guard and those two black side covers. So we'll remove those 4 bolts on the sump and 2 bolts on each side for the side covers. And we'll take this last bolt out, which removes the whole factory sump guard. Next, we use our 6 Allen to remove this bolt on the left-hand side of the motorcycle. I've already taken all of the supplied washers, spacers, bolts, and put them as they were in the instruction manual and laid them in the corresponding places. And we'll get started installing the sump guard. I've already put the rubber grommets and spacers on the inside here so that I can do next step, which is putting 6 and 8 after applying the supplied Loctite. Now we put, with our 4mm Allen key, our side bolts in. Last, we put our 4mm in this bolt collar and spacer and send that one home nice and easy. We just repeat the process on the other side. And that's your sump guard complete. You don't want to tighten your very bottom back bolts in very much, as you're going to be putting lower engine protection on over top of that. Now, installing our lower engine protection, we need to remove this bolt washer and spacer we installed for the sump guard. Simply place our protection right here. Our first bolt is that 6mm. Go ahead and stick that on the 6 and start to secure that on. Then we slide our spacer between this kind of hard to find booger right here. And this bolt won't go in tight, as we're going to have to take it back off in a second to install our upper. Now we need to start with the uppers, and step 1 is to remove this pin on both sides. Then we have to go under the front and remove those 2 1/2-inch bolts underneath to remove this plastic plate. Now you can see how it's opened up room to allow the engine protection, or the upper crash protection, to slide through. Now we take the 2 10 bolts and bracket number 4, put it in the right direction, and start to secure it back on. Looks like it has the ability to wiggle a little bit, so we're going to leave it a little loose until we find out how these upper crash protectors mount. I have bolts 7, 8, and 9. 7, 8, and 9. They go shortest to longest. Top side, bottom. So we'll slide those in starting with the very top. This is where we replace the 30mm bolt from the loader with the 35mm bolt supplied with the upper. Stacking the upper on top. Don't forget about our spacer in the back. Now we have to hope that this one aligns well and goes in easy. Oh, perfect. So now we're going to torque these down a little bit. Torque down our 1/2 inches now that we know they work underneath, and we finished our engine guards. We just got to do the other side and do the same operation the same way on the left.
Stay tuned to your MotoVagabondNate channel for more adventures.